Hello, hello. There's a couple people, maybe one person in the chat. Carlos, if you can hear me, do me a favor, just give me a thumbs up, buddy. I appreciate it.
Oh, why is it saying it's unable to detect a camera? It's weird.
I
Zoom is
can
unable to.
I can
It's
hear
saying,
you.
yeah, I can hear you. It's saying Zoom is unable to detect a camera. Make sure that your camera is powered on and is connected to your computer. It is. I don't understand. I use it
Hmm.
all the time.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah, I normally use it all the time. I book live stream with it on TG and in the thing as well. I don't know why it's doing that.
So click on the video, click on the little video icon. I think it should be down your bottom left, and make
Yep.
sure that it's connecting to the right camera.
It's yeah. When I click on that, it just says Zoom is unable to detect the camera for some reason. It might be something to do with my security settings. Um, maybe I should just do it with my phone. Would
No,
that be
because I want you to be able to share screens and stuff like that. Um,
okay?
I mean,
Um,
if we can't work out the video, we can't work out the video. That's fine, but at least you'll be able to share screen. It's more important that they hear what you got to say than see that pretty
yeah.
face of yours. Um,
You just
anyway, yeah,
see.
there's I think we pretty much just have one person in the chat right now, but I mean this was kind of impromptu, so I mean people can always watch the recording. Carlos, if you can hear me, if you're paying attention, let me know that you can actually hear me. Just put a thumbs up or something in the chat so I know that everybody can hear what's going on. I'm pretty sure they can, but I just want to double check. So, yeah, did you have anybody in the TG when you sent the link over there? Is there anybody even there at this time of day or night or whatever?
Yeah, yeah. There should be still a fair few people in there. I know I know most of a couple of the team members are still in there raiding away and doing stuff. So yeah, there's still people around.
All right, well tell them to jump in because I'm not showing that
Right.
they're in here right now.
Okay, hang on a sec. Just drop that link again.
Ricardo, welcome. Hey, Roberto, if you can hear me, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up in the chat. I just want to make sure everybody can hear. I was trying to get Carlos's attention, but he's not paying attention right now.
Access is on.
Can't get that camera going, huh?
No, I'm just looking to see what in my system whether or not there's something funny going on. I know when I go into spaces, um, into Twitter Spaces, like my browser will mute the microphone. I have to actually go in and authorize the microphone.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know if something similar is going on here, where it's not letting me do something because of some sort of security feature.
Well, that's all right. I mean, if we need to just go with audio for now, that's fine. We'll try to get it together for next time. I'm just trying to get confirmed that everybody can hear us. I think that Carlos says I'm here, so he must have heard me commenting about him. But I just
Yeah.
want to get an official confirmation from everybody that they can hear us both, and then we can get rolling. I know there's a crazy delay. I don't know if it's like 30 seconds or 45. Oh, yeah. Kyle says yes. Okay. He can hear us both. Beautiful. We can get going. Yeah, it's a
Awesome.
delay. Like when I say something or when we talk or whatever, it takes like it goes through Zoom and then it goes through YouTube, which adds another
All right.
delay. And I think it's like maybe like a 45-second delay, maybe. So it is what it is. All right. Anyway, what's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. How are you? Long time no speak, kind of.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it hasn't really been that long, but in the crypto world, time seems to
In the
kind of
crypto
fly
world,
by,
it's
right?
been a long time.
You're right. Yeah. Do you feel like it?
I really do. Like, I feel like it's been like 6 months or a year since I've spoken to you.
I mean, it might be. I'm really kind of horrible with like time frames. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can change this view because every time you speak, it goes to you. If I do that, does that make a difference? I don't know if that makes a difference. Um, but yeah, when you speak, it goes to you, but all it's going to is like a kind of a blank screen because we can't see you right now.
Oh, yeah, I
Um,
get you.
yeah, I mean, yeah, we've chit-chatted about just about life and about your little vacation to America, which was really cool. And the last thing that we actually talked about was another project that you were involved in. And we'll probably touch on that a little bit just kind of let everybody know kind of what happened and
Sure.
where things are with that. But we are here today basically to talk about Holy Crap Token, um, which is really kind of funny.
It's perfect
Obviously,
because the smile on your face straight away when you said it, it's perfect.
I mean, yeah, it kind of makes you smile a little bit and chuckle when you. I mean, who the hell's gonna make a token called Holy Crap? Well, Rambo, that's who. So, and we'll get into the details about that. But yeah, I kind of slept on this a little bit, and I wanted to figure out how to actually kind of get this across. Now, for any of you who are watching this video live or you're watching it recorded or whatever, the last time that Ramo and I actually kind of chatted and we were kind of talking about any project, it was a previous project that he was involved with. Um, and I want to emphasize that he was involved with it. It was not his project. He was kind of brought into the project. And the project had a lot of potential. It was a great memeable project. We were both pretty hype about it because it could have done wonderful things. But when you have a team sometimes of guys, you can't I mean, you can't really control what everybody on the team does. You can't
I know you're
really.
trying to be delicate.
I'm trying to be delicate because I don't want to disrespect anybody or really talk shit about anybody, but
I get you.
um, sometimes you have people on the team who aren't pulling their weight, or maybe who shouldn't be there to begin with, for various reasons. And what ultimately, I don't mind saying it because I wasn't on the team. What ultimately brought this project down, it was not successful. What ultimately brought it down was kind of one person on the team. It was a three-person team, and one person on the team really had no idea what he was doing. And even though he had no idea what he was doing, he tried real hard to kind of take control and take the reins and do things a certain way. It just was not working out. We could clearly see it. I could see it. Ramo could see it. But the guy was just unruly. Nothing that could be done about it. And as soon as we saw things starting to go sour, like I always promised to you guys, I said it to you. Because we got out there and we talked about what a good project it was, and it was a good project with a lot of potential. Um, but this guy was uncontrollable and he was really, really screwing things up. We were working on some things, some partnerships, some things that really might have kind of propelled this project forward. Um, and he just worked against us at every step. It got to the
Yeah.
point where the other two members of the team, because this other guy was so unruly, they stepped back and they said, listen, if you're just going to do whatever you want and not consult us, then there's nothing we can do here. We're done. And
Hmm.
Ramo was one of those guys who just stepped away from it. And then, sure enough, the guy pretty much within days ran the thing into the ground. It's no more. It's gone. But I want to emphasize this, and I want to say this for Ramo. He can speak for himself if he wants, but I want to say this for him. I and a lot of us have really seen a lot of projects that have gone down the tubes that maybe were promising and didn't really do really well. Um, but a lot of times when they're not doing well, the team takes their shit, they take their toys, they take their ball and they run home, right? They take as much liquidity, they take as much profits as they can out of it. They pull the rug, they leave everybody hanging. I don't know what that other guy did, but let me tell you what Ramo did, and I appreciate this, and this is the only reason, really, other than, I've known the guy for a little while. We have a bit of a friendship, right? But this is the reason I can have a friendship with this guy, and the reason that I will talk about this new project that he has. And it is because what he did was he took everything that he had and he burned it. He didn't cash out. He didn't take the opportunity to just recoup anything that he had put into it, and he had put a bit into it. He didn't do that. He said, I am not going to screw everybody who is invested, who's, taking part in this project. I'm going to burn all of my tokens, which at the very least, might increase the value a little bit if they figure out a way to get it going or whatever. But he did not pull a rug. He did not take his toys and run home. What was Ramo at that point with what you had? What would it have been worth if you had cashed it out?
Uh, at the time, I mean, it would have been in the thousands.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
it was already we were already sort of flailing and struggling at the time that I decided to burn. So, the damage was already done. So, I mean, if I had a sold out, it would have still been in the thousand. Like, I mean, I was holding. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty transparent. I don't like to keep secrets because they're too hard to remember. But I think I was holding something like 9% of the supply was like 90 million tokens, and
Yeah.
I just burnt them all. What I actually did was I burnt 85 million tokens, and I think I had 95 million. And I sent 10 million to one of the other boys that stayed on the team just as a, just to help him out a bit. So look, here's some of my tokens. Take them. Do what you want.
Yeah, and so this is the character of this gentleman. Um, he doesn't want to screw anybody. So even though he could have made, and a lot of people would have taken their thousands of dollars, which probably still wouldn't have recouped what he had actually put into it. But instead of taking that money and just kind of absconding with it and taking off, he gave it right back and he said, if I lost out, I lost out. Um, those are the kind of people that I like to deal with. That's the kind of moralistic fiber that I think more people should have in this in this crypto game. And very few people have it, but Ramo is one of them, and I appreciate that about you. I just wanted to say that to you. I wanted to get that out of the way for anybody who might be watching this and saying, "Oh, wasn't that guy involved in blah 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 blah?" Yeah, he was involved in it, but he was not responsible for it and did everything he possibly could to help out everyone that was left. So that was cool. All right, wash our hands of that one. That one's
Yep.
done. Uh, what are we talking about today? We're talking about Holy Crap Token. I'm just going to let you go ahead and tell me a little bit about it, and then I might ask you some questions. So feel free. Oh, let me make sure that you can share your screen. I think that you can. I'm going to put it like this. If there's anything that you want to share, like if you want to bring up the website or anything like that, you can just go ahead and hit the share button in the middle and then choose whatever screen it is that you want to share, and it'll pop up while you're telling us about it. But I'll let you go right ahead.
Sure. No worries. Yeah. Well, look, I'm always looking for opportunities in the business, in crypto, and there's so many opportunities out there, and it's so hard to pick and choose which one's the best one for you. And I just had this niggling idea in the back of my head. It started with, believe it or not, it started with a roll of toilet paper. Um, there's a company in my country that have a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek approach to sanitary products. The business model is it's actually very memeable in itself. The product's called Who Gives a Crap, and it's toilet
Okay.
rolls. And so that sort of just sparked some interest in me. I kept on thinking about it. And I saw a few other projects that had other types of narratives that sort of, I just got a blend, I guess, of some other ideas, my toilet roll, and I ended up with the holy crap idea, and it's it kind of just sort of gelled with all of the boys that in the team that we've been discussing on ideas for quite some time, and everybody really liked it, and you know, it was just something that we all thought was pretty funny, and that's what it was supposed to be to begin with, just something fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So
obviously, with
sometimes we have our best ideas when we're sitting on the pot, right?
yeah,
That's when you
yeah,
can do your best thinking. Um, so all right, so you started this on Pump Fun, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and we're still there. Tell us about how that's going.
It's actually going really good. Like, I mean, I always have moments of self doubt, think, oh no, it's not going so well. But when you sort of step back and zoom out, as they say, and have a look at the bigger picture, it's actually doing really well. It's a slow cook. We didn't come out of the gate strong, but I think that was better because if you look at all the pump funds, or the majority of the pump funds that launch, you'll see a big green candle, and then you'll see it followed by a big red candle straight afterwards, and that's the end of it. And didn't want that to happen. So I just tried to put as much effort into making it organic and trying to find the right buyers and the right people to join the community. Because I think that most of these pump fund people, they get into this culture of it has to be make it visible, like use these the bump bots to make you visible to the pump fund front page so everyone can see you. And I think that's kind of counterproductive because a lot of the people that are trawling those front pages of pump fund are just looking for a quick in and out, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So I just thought we did use the bump bot just for a little bit of visibility. I didn't use it constantly, but I was sort of one of those things that I didn't want to, but it's kind of a situation where it's sort of damned if you do, damned if you don't, sort of. So I just did it. I bit the bullet, did it, and it did bring some investment in, but also at those same people, I think pretty much cashed out as soon as there was like a 10, 15, 20% gain, they were gone again. And I think all the good people that we got were done through hard work and just graft, just like rating, talking to people, bringing people into the group, just the old-fashioned way of networking. That's how we found our good strong holders.
So this, but this is a I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. It's a meme token. Um,
It
it's
is.
a it's a bit of a degen play. I mean, this
It
one,
is.
we're not trying to change the crypto world with this. Just trying to have some fun and provide something for people to make money. I mean, is there really anything more to it than that?
There is. Well, I mean,
Okay.
as I said to you, it started out as a fun idea, right? And I mean, you know me a little bit now. You know that when I get into something, I just can't just leave it as something, basic and simple. I've got to pull it apart and try and figure out ways to do things differently and better. And I just get sucked right into things. And that's kind of what's happened over the past. It's been, was it Friday afternoon or Friday night? We launched last Friday night. So in just that short space of time, I've done a lot of thinking about how I can make this different.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm still using stuff that's commonly used in the meme world, which is like NFTs. It's pretty common NFTs, but I'm throwing it a little bit on its head. I don't think I've seen it. I'm pretty sure I'm not the first person to do it, but I think in this situation and in this scenario, I don't think this concept has really been done before. I'm a little bit of an amateur artist. Probably about 12 months ago, I discovered that I had a bit of a talent for charcoal drawings. And I really enjoyed it. It was a really good outlet for my creativity. And I just thought, well, let's try and marry the two things together, my art and the meme coin and the NFTs. And I decided that maybe we could do something like what I've called now is in real life art to NFT. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to engage with our community, and we're going to make a decision about what the subject that we're going to do. And I'm thinking that we're going to stick with our memes. People can suggest memes, we can create memes, but at the end of the day, we choose a meme. I'll take that meme away and I'll recreate it into a real life charcoal drawing. And during the process of this, we'll take some footage, um, we'll take some stills, things like that, so we can do progress updates and show people how it's going. Um, and yeah, what we'll do is we'll recreate that picture into charcoal, and then we'll digitize it. I know it sounds kind of convoluted and funny, but we'll digitize it back into an NFT again, and we will put that up for a prize giveaway at the end of every month. And now the kicker, for me anyway, is that you not only get that NFT, but you will get first right of refusal on the original artwork. So, I mean, you'll end up with, like, I guess they call it like its twin. So you'll end up with the digital twin of the actual real life artwork. Now, it will come at a cost, obviously. The real life artwork is a real life artwork. You know, it has intrinsic value. So it will be at a cost. The NFT will be given freely, which of course still has value as well. And it will have independent value from the token too, because it is based on an independent artwork or an in real life artwork. So it will have intrinsic value, although it probably will still be influenced by the price of the token, no doubt. But you know, it still will have its own life, so to speak. So yeah, that's kind of the concept that I went for. I don't know. Have you heard anything like that before, DJ?
No, no, I absolutely haven't. It's definitely a unique thing. I'm actually, I don't know if you can see, can you see my screen? I'm sharing my screen right now,
Yeah, I can. I
and
can.
I'm
Yep.
on your so I'm on the X account, and
Yep.
obviously in the middle, interlaced in the all the little memes are these charcoal drawings, and I'm assuming that these are your drawings, yeah?
Yes, so they are. Yep.
And so these are what you're turning into NFTs.
Well, they're just examples of my work.
Okay.
So yeah, so what we'll do is I'll get, one of the community members will end up being, the person who decides what meme they want to use. So they'll get the opportunity to choose the meme, and they'll choose the meme, and then I will recreate that meme into a charcoal and then digitize it to an NFT. So yeah,
Okay. Pretty cool.
yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely unique. Not really something that I've really heard anybody else doing. Um, so what is your, I mean, what is your goal? What's the dream here? What are you actually thinking that, I don't know, like where are you trying to get to with this market cap wise or utilization wise or where do you think you're going with it?
Look, to be completely honest, Trev, um, I honestly, I'm not. I mean, it is important what the price is. I want people to make money. I want the value of their tokens to go up. But for me personally, I'm not particularly worried about where the market cap ends up at. What's more important and concerning to me is that the people in my community are happy and they enjoy being there, and that they find value in what they're doing when they come to our community and they engage with us. And and the NFTs obviously, like it's a niche market for a lot of people. NFTs, not everybody's into it. But I think, like marrying a real life artwork into an NFT sort of gives it that extra depth and that extra layer for someone who really didn't want to bother with NFTs in the past. Maybe they would be interested in having a real life artwork with a digital twin.
Right. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm kind of scrolling through these and I'm looking at the so if you click to the side, you can actually see some other let me get on this one, make sure I'm trying to see them all. Oh, that was the only one. These are the ones that you have up here. Yeah, it's a really cool idea, man. I like innovation. I like things that are actually different. Um, we get so stale with crypto sometimes and everything kind of being the same. Uh, and you have to kind of you have to step out of the box a little bit and do something a little different to kind of get attention. Um,
Yeah,
where are we? So the goal here obviously is to, and I'm not sure exactly how Pump Fund works. I think the whole thing is now you get to a certain point where now you get on Radium and you're on Solana or whatever, right? And how
yeah,
does
yeah.
that so
Basic,
where are we with that and how far do we
yeah,
need to
basic,
go before we get to where we want to be?
yeah, yeah. Basically, the way it works is that you've got there's like a parameter that's there, like you have to get to a certain market capitalization before it will do what they call seed onto radium. So seeding onto radium is just basically the smart contract. It executes the smart contract to take the portion of the liquidity from pump fund, from all the investment, and it earns it into a locked liquidity pool. So I think it's something like about $12,000 worth of liquidity it will lock in that pool, and then the rest of it goes into the open market on radium to just trade as per normal, any other normal coin that operates on the Solana chain.
Yep. Okay. How far
And,
away are
and,
we
and yeah, we
from
are
getting there?
sorry, yes, we are sitting at 23,200 market cap at the moment. When we're sitting at what's known as 82% of the bonding curve. So we're at 82% of the progress to get seeded onto radium. So we've got another. It's actually, I think we have to hit 54,000 market cap before it actually hits radium. I know the numbers sort of don't sound right, but you've got to sort of exclude the liquidity, I think, part of it, which makes it the 82% right. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
yeah.
And what is the advantage to people of buying in now while it's still kind of on pump fund?
Well, the advantage is obviously that you're getting it at an extremely low price because once it hits radium, look, it's pretty well known that projects do pretty much one of two things after they hit radium. They'll either surge and they'll continue up and they'll continue to strengthen, or they'll do a big spike and then they'll dump and they'll end up just bottoming out. So that's sort of kind of what the two things that will happen. We're sort of hoping that we're going to be in the first,
Well,
the
yeah,
first.
I think everybody hopes that, right?
Yeah, definitely. So and that happens, like I said, that happens about 54,000 market cap. So we want to try and be prepared for that too. We're trying to put all the measures in place so when we do hit radium and it goes to the open market, like people are going to want to sell. But the potential for it to go from there, as like for the reason for buying in that early, is the potential for it to go 10, 20, 30, even 100x is like extremely likely, in a lot of cases. If it's done right, if the team's committed, they do the work, they've got a good product and a good narrative.
Tell me about your team. We kind of talked about this last night, but tell everybody else about your team. Who's on your team, what they do, where these guys came from.
Look, most of the guys that I'm calling my team are guys that I've worked shoulder to shoulder with for a number of, well, at least a number of months, and in some cases a lot longer. So we have a working history and we have a track record of working with each other with trust. So, and I know that these boys, they're not out for themselves. Yes, we all want to make money, but we all are like-minded. We want to create something that people can enjoy and want to be a part of first, and then we make money together and we all eat together.
Right. I'm
So,
trying to
yeah,
I'm trying to share the I don't know, Zoom has kind of changed. They did an update and now it's kind of tough for me to see things the way that I want to see them. So
yeah,
I'm just
right.
trying to figure this out real quick. I'm trying to share the white paper.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm sharing it or not. I think I am.
You're on my website there. If you go down, there's a roadmap. I think, is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm looking for, but I kind of want it. I want it somewhere else though. Hold on, let me unshare this for a minute. I've got three
Cool.
screens here, and they confuse the hell out of me. Like I never like things don't pop up where they're supposed to pop up. Um, so let me do this. If I copy the link and then go over her and go like this and go like this, and I paste and go. So now let's see if I can pull it up on the right screen. I think so. Yeah, I think I pulled. Can you see it now?
I can see my website.
Okay. All right. So all right, I did it. Hooray. Pulled it up on the right screen. All right, so everybody, this is the website. And it's holycraptoken.godaddysite.com. And you can basically scroll through this, and it gives you a bunch more information. The roadmap, pump fund, reach 15K market cap. They will burn 2.5 million tokens. That's already been completed. Pump fund has been completed. So we're trying to reach 30K market cap to burn a further 3 million. Completed ahead of schedule. Oh, did you already do that?
Yes, sir. We did that already.
Okay, beautiful.
I just thought to myself, I was that confident that we're gonna make this thing happen. That regardless, we're just gonna do it.
Oh, okay. All right. So then where are we on this roadmap? Complete bonding to radium is what we're going for right now.
That's where we
Uh,
are now. Yep.
Yep. All right. And then the art to the NFTs, which we were just talking about. Establish a governance system, a system and guidelines for governance, community contributions, and revenue usage from NFT original sales. The community will guide the direction. The future is yours to make. The art and the memes continue. So yeah, you're looking for a little longevity with this project. Yep.
Correct. Yep.
Like the last project, is this pretty much all coming out of your pocket?
Pretty much. But like the boys are helping. The team they're pulling their weight. The guys are seriously committed. Like when we used the service of the bump bot just to get a bit of extra visibility. They all offered to throw in a little bit extra to get that running and keep it running. They've all contributed to what we've used for burning, like the tokens that we've burnt so far. They've all had contributed to that. So yeah, it's a real team thing, man. Like it's really good to be a part of.
That's good. That's awesome. I mean, wow. Yeah, looking through some of the art and stuff. How fast are you going to be able to pop out this art?
Well, I don't want to. I don't want to make this sound a lot easier than what it is because it's not easy. But if you look at that, like say for instance, you look at that lion. I don't know if you saw the lion one, the lion face or the lion head.
I did.
Um, that
Yep.
that was my first ever piece, believe it or not. That took me like the teacher that I had at the time obviously did the basic setup at the start, not any of the drawing, but did a basic setup for me so I didn't have to get the paper in the right spot, get some markings in the right spot and stuff. I just basically started doing the art, sat in front of the paper and started doing it. And it took me pretty much 3 hours from start to finish to do that lion.
Cool. All right. I'm going to share something else here. If I can do it right. I think I can do it. Okay. Are you looking at your chart?
Yes.
All right, cool. So I'm going to change this to the 30-minute, or at least I'm trying to change it to the 30
I don't
minute.
think you can. For some reason, Pump Fun won't let you change to a different.
Oh, no
Um,
shit. And now I'm stuck.
although what's funny though is that apparently you can actually take our contract address, put it into Deck Screener, and it will come up on Deck Screener, and you might be able to look at a 30-minute chart there.
Oh,
But
really?
I don't know
No,
how I don't know how
I,
accurate it is because it's not supposed to be on Deck Screener yet. It's only because
yeah, that's weird. No, I don't
yeah
have any trouble looking at the five. I mean, I basically just wanted to show people this and have you kind of walk us through what we're looking at here. So,
yep
if I shrink this all up, it's kind of tough because it's 5 minute.
yeah
We can see that we definitely have. Let me use my little boom, boom, boom from down here to where we are right here. We are in a very nice incline. Um, Doing well, man.
yeah. It's honestly when you look at that chart, you could be forgiven for thinking that's just a regular chart from a regular coin that's trading on the current exchanges and indexes. Like you would not by any stretch of the imagination think that's a pump fund chart. It just doesn't look like a pump fund chart. You look at
Right.
I challenge you to go through pump fund and look at all the charts and try and
Yeah,
find
they
one that
they
looks like
go
that.
up and they come right back down.
Yeah,
That's kind of the end of that. So yeah,
yeah,
that's good. You're building a nice foundation. You got a nice steady incline. It looks strong. It looks really good. I'm very, very curious to see what happens when it gets over to Radium. If you can continue to build the momentum. How you doing with your TG? Getting more and more members?
Yeah, I think when I spoke to you the first time there the other day, I think I mentioned we had something like 130 or 120 odd members. I think if I remember rightly.
Yep.
I mean that was only yesterday, and I think we're already well, I think we're over 200. So
Nice.
yeah, it's growing strongly.
Doubled in like a day or so. That's beautiful. And when
Yeah.
exactly did you, I'm sorry, what was the date again that you actually launched this on Pump Fun? How many days has it been?
It was Friday the 30th for us here in Australia.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, for me right now it is Wednesday morning,
Yeah,
and for you it's already like Thursday morning, right?
yeah.
In Australia. So yeah, the timeline is a little weird. So yeah, you haven't even really been out that long. Yeah, I'm impressed by this, man. It looks really, really good, and I'm happy. I'm happy about it. I'm happy for you, and I'm happy to kind of bring this information to everybody. I mean, I really kind of put it out there as, listen, it's a degen thing. You know what I mean? If you want to get in and
Yeah.
make some quick money, but after explaining it and understanding it, there's probably still some quick money to be made if that's what people want to do. But the plan here obviously is longevity. We're looking to the future. We're looking to governance. We're looking to NFTs. We're looking to what we can do to bring something new constantly, to bring things that people are going to be interested in using, and to give people reasons to invest in this. So I best of luck. I mean, I think you can really do pretty well. I think you got a solid plan. What else do you want to talk about before we start to wrap things up here?
Well, there's one other thing that I neglected to mention earlier, which I should have done, which was that we are actually at the moment doing conversions from our memes into NFTs to give away for people making like solid buys. We've offered for every buy that's 1 Solana or over, we're offering to for that person to choose which meme they like the best, and I will convert that into an NFT and send it to their wallet directly.
Okay, nice. And these NFTs, I mean, we're just talking pure NFTs. It's original art. It's going to be, pure NFT or whatever.
Yep.
Is there any thought of these NFTs having any kind of use case in the system at all, or you haven't gotten that
Look,
far yet?
that's we haven't gone that far yet. Obviously, because I mean, we're only sort of not even a week in on the project anyway. But I mean, like, believe me, I have actually put thought into that already. And yeah, look, I mean, I think there's definitely scope and room for a possible development of some type of utility NFT, even if it's just for staking purposes. Like if you just stake your NFT, I think I mean that's a great use case in itself anyway because it's make passive income.
Absolutely. Things like staking platforms and all that. I mean, you need a developer to write those codes, write those contracts for you. And then, if you really want to get serious about it, you have to have those things audited.
Yeah,
Um, there's a lot of money uh
there
in
is.
de- in developing it. It's going to cost you quite a bit. If you want to actually start moving down that road, that
Hmm.
stuff can get really expensive really, really fast. Have you thought ahead of, all right, so once you're now on Solana, as far as like how you're gonna, what you're gonna do about a marketing budget, what you're gonna do about development budget, what you're gonna do. I mean, you can't
Yep.
continually take all this stuff out of your pocket.
No,
You and the
no,
kids
yeah.
are gonna be on the street, So
Yeah,
what's
no, we have a plan. Like, I mean, that like the proceeds from the sale of the original,
Yep.
so if the person who wins the person who wins the NFT decides they don't want to buy it, obviously, then we'll just put it up for grabs for anybody in the community who wants to make the highest bid. Maybe we'll do an auction or something like that. We'll auction it off, and all those proceeds will go into call it a marketing wallet or whatever. Just we'll put it in a wallet somewhere, and we'll make decisions as a community of what we're going to do with that money. And and like I said, there's scope for extra NFT stuff to come later on, which we can work into the project to have, a revenue scheme for us as well.
In the chat, Carlos asks, how can you buy it? Well, uh, you can see, I'll bring it back up again. I'm going to try to put all these links in the description of the video. I'm going to have to add that after the fact. I didn't have them in there to begin with. But I guess, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's as easy as going over here, right? To this
Yep,
particular and again, I'll have this link and I'll put it in the, but you go here and I would imagine you're just connecting a wallet like usual, right? Up in the right-hand corner,
correct.
you connect your Solana
Yep,
wallet and then
yep,
you decide how much Solana you want to spend on it and you place your trade, right? I mean, it's that easy, isn't it?
correct. It's that
Yeah.
easy, mate. Yep, it's that easy.
Yep. And
And
then when you have, go ahead.
once you've actually purchased off Pump Fund, you actually get the tokens straight away in your wallet. So they're actually stored in your wallet. Now you can't trade them on the open market straight away, obviously, because the contract hasn't been deployed to Radium yet. So it's only really tradable on Pump Fund. So that's important to know. But you can actually send those tokens, like as I told you, we've already done burns, so you can actually burn those tokens. You can send them. You just can't trade them until it reaches Radium.
But I think most importantly for people is once you buy those tokens and they're in, even though you're buying them pump fund and they're in your wallet, once you go Radium and you're solidly on Solana, you haven't lost anything. You still have those tokens, yeah?
Yeah. It's just a migration from the protocol that they use, the Pump Fund protocol. It's just a migration from them to the open market, to Radium, to the DEX.
And there's nothing really that the end user has to do. It just automatically happens,
No,
right?
yeah, it just automatically happens. So you'll see your coins are in your wallet. Generally, it comes up with a little like exclamation mark or a warning sign saying that it's an unverified coin or whatever it is, and that'll stay like that until such time that we get, I think, listed on CoinGecko and all that sort of stuff, and then it'll show up with our PFP or whatever it is on the icon, and it'll all look like a normal coin. So yeah,
I'll tell
and
you
I,
right.
and I just want to clarify too is that you can buy and sell. Sorry, still on Pump Fund. Like you don't just buy them and then you're stuck
Right.
with them. You can trade. You can trade. Like you buy and sell
Yeah.
on Pump Fund. You just can't buy them on Pump Fund and sell them elsewhere.
Yeah. You you can see on the screen here, you got the buy, you also have the sell button. So,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah, yeah.
And slippage, do you have a recommended slippage? Does it matter?
Well, if a chart, well, I mean, it's pretty much the same as normal, like with a normal chart. I mean, if you've got high volatility, you're probably going to have to set your slippage higher. I mean, but you look at our chart; it's a fairly solid chart. It's not fluctuating. It's not as volatile. So, I mean, I'd be happy to set it at 0.5 or even 1% slippage is fine.
Yeah. Okay. Um, the person that was asking that question, Carlos, let me tell you something. He's a bit of a whale, this guy.
Oh, is
So,
he?
oh yeah,
Hello, Carlos. We love
he's
you.
he, he's a high roller, my friend Carlos. He told me he's taking me to dinner as soon as this other project that we're involved in. I'm sure you know what it is. He said when he gets rich, he's taking me to dinner. I'm like, dinner with everything that you have? That's all I'm getting is dinner. Yeah, it's a bunch of good guys. All right, awesome. Listen, it was a pleasure, being able to kind of talk to you and get this out for people. Um, like always, and I'm talking to the crowd here. Uh, this is not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'd like to take these things that I think could potentially be solid from people that I know who are solid and put it in front of you. You do what you want to do with it. You do your own due diligence. I'm going to try to take all the links that I have and put them in the description so that you can get there and buy it if you want to buy it. You can look at the chart. You can get to the Telegram room. You can get to the X account. I'll have all that in the description in a little while. Check back and it'll all be there for you. But in the meantime, basically you can just go to the X account is just it's just holy crap token, like at holy crap token, right? Isn't that what it is?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, so it should be pretty easy to find if you don't want to be patient and wait for me. All right, my friend. Thank you very much for being here. Anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
Not other than it's like really good talking to you again, mate.
Yeah,
I always have a really good time talking to you. I think we're fairly like-minded individuals, so yeah,
yeah.
it's good.
And believe it or not, we share a similar background.
We do. We have talked about that.
We talk about that all the time. I find it amazing because when I listen
Hola,
to
¿cómo
your
está?
Australian accent, and I remember, exactly where you were born and all the rest of that stuff. It's really interesting to me. I kind of love it. All right. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for everybody who showed up and popped in on the live. If you didn't pop in, hit the like button, share this, do all that kind of stuff. If you're watching this recorded, same thing. Please hit the like button, share it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Obviously, as this thing progresses, we'll be bringing you some updates. So if you want to keep track of it, hit the notification bell, and we will certainly do that for you. All right, my friend, get to sleep. I know it's probably like 2 o'clock in the morning there,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go get my day going. So I will talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thanks very much, Trevor. Good
All right,
talking to you,
brother.
brother.
Have a good one. Peace.
Cheers.